Sorry guys, I'm just getting everything sent out. Just give me a moment. 1 second. All right, what is up, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? We're gonna try to go over a lot of what I was unable to do yesterday. We're gonna take a look at some crypto assets as well as some Forex assets. We're not really looking for the Forex markets to do a whole lot tonight and tomorrow, as it is a holiday in the US. So I'm going to be expecting a little bit of light volume for the next couple sessions anyways. Bitcoin basically found a little bit of a bottom. It's nothing major, guys. Don't get your, don't really be expecting a whole lot off of this support test down here. As with America, the volume will be thin, so it may trade a little bit sideways down here off of this daily support. It did close below that daily support yesterday, so today's just a bounce up off of it. There was an engulfing on the 4 hour once it traded back up into a little area of resistance, but as you can see so far, it's just basically trading sideways. Nothing major, nothing medic, you know what I mean? It's not really important. We are looking for Bitcoin to trade sideways for a long time, because this candle right here's range from top to bottom is going to be the range. So this range will have to get filled out to the downside and to the upside. So expect a little bit of turbulent waters for the next few days, for even the next few possibly weeks. All right, so what's up, everybody? Thank you guys for showing up. What's up? You mind taking a quick look at ADA BTC? Looking good to me. Yeah, I'll take a look at all that stuff. Let me get over a few of these assets real quick. Well, you know what, let's just go look at ADA BTC, because nothing's really doing anything. I got stopped out of my Matic short with the last position I had. I think it's right. Nope, it's right here. The last position I took Friday, 88 XBT. Yeah, so this is what you got right now on Cardano versus Bitcoin. You are trading into a supply zone right now. That supply zone is 4662 Satoshis. It does look good, right? You're absolutely right about that. I've had my eye on it for all day since it turned green on the day. Your sell-off essentially took you down to 34%. So on the sell-off, you only lost 34%. A 34% down move in crypto, especially alts versus Bitcoin, is good. That's too low. All right, I'm telling my mic is low. Let me see here if I can turn it up a bit. All right, see if that helps a little bit. So yeah, you basically traded up into here the other day, and if this was going to be an area to get short, I would have wanted to see this area taken out, but you didn't even trade to it. It essentially got front ran, and then you had a big spike on the day, retracing all this bearish move. All right, so the bulls are in charge of this asset. If you throw on your exponentials on the daily, you can see that you've just tested your 21 a few times. You've got a bullish reaction going on up here. So this asset is bullish. There is nothing bearish about this chart. If you look at your RSI, you got massively oversold. All right, and then you came back down into your range right here. Let me just get this on there. So you've basically just dropped back down into an area where it looks better for bulls to get back re-engaged on it. I don't understand why it's having such a strong move in the midst of everything selling off. Cardano versus the dollar does not look as great as this. So let's go look at it. Here it is. You got a nice, bigger, stronger day on Cardano versus the dollar than you do on Cardano versus the Bitcoin. However, if you look at the structure on it versus the dollar, it's not so bullish. It's not nearly as bearish as Bitcoin is trading against the dollar. You are still trading above all your, at least above your 100 and 200 EMAs, and as well as your RSI, you're trading right now 50. So this is still on this asset a possible shorting opportunity. I understand that this bullish candle has a lot of momentum to it, but as of right now, you need to get a closure above 1.80, this level here, before any buyers will look to re-engage on the asset. This could simply just be shorts exhausting their positions, taking off their shorts, and you get a massive bounce in price. All right, so just be careful if you're looking to take bullish entries on Cardano versus the dollar, but Cardano versus Bitcoin absolutely looks way better. It is absolutely still structured bullishly. Absolutely. I mean, it's fantastic. So basically you're trading back, well, let's see where we are right now, 11% off the highs. You are not in bear market territory on Cardano versus Bitcoin. You are in bear market territory on basically every crypto paired against the dollar. All of them is having a nice day today, just a bounce, right? The bounces are small on some of them. Cardano's got a 15% day. Compound's having a 17% green day. So, but like this section here, you've completely, I mean, even if you trade higher, this is still going to be met, in my opinion, with some selling. All right. You are not seeing any continuation to the downside, because just like the bullish moves get exhausted and then you have big fallouts of price that drop massively quick, that's your exhaustion risk to the upside. You can get the same thing to the downside. If an asset gets completely oversold too quickly, you can also experience exhaustion risk to the downside, as well as Bitcoin being hyped up by a lot of billionaires now. You're gonna see some bullish price action off these lows. It's possible. I mean, but you don't want to get too crazy on it just yet. It has to make some repairs. All right. This is nothing on Bitcoin. In fact, if you look here, you took out your daily resistance with this bearish close right here. So this was your leading bearish support. Your leading bullish resistance is up here. 40,620 is your resistance. Your daily support was 34,711. You took that out yesterday. You took that out with a close. All right. So now your new support is 34,587. You will be looking for prices to raise, but it's got to get above this section here and then a daily closure above here. But Bitcoin fell so far so fast, you've got to get all the way up to 51K just to get out of bear market territory. And that's not me saying it. That's the definition of a bear market. I am not calling a bear market. It's impossible to call a bear market because you need price trading off of the 20% off the highs for an extended period of time. 2 months is what the definition calls for. So if we're still trading under 51K by, let's say, August, you're in a bear market. All right. But expect a lot of volatility. These price ranges are big and there will be trading opportunities in these ranges. All right. But we got to let them fill out a little bit. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin down here with spot unleveraged, that's fine. I see nothing wrong with it. Right. But if you're looking to go long 100x on Bitcoin right now, you're probably going to get hurt. All right. But neither here nor there. I'm no longer going to use this high, as this was a bull trap and only a bull trap. All right, I should have been on top of this thing when we took out this low here, but I wasn't, because I was letting the FOMO bullishness get to me as well. The 4-year cycle, all this stuff that's going out there for the Bitcoin bulls kind of blinded me to the fact that price action was absolutely showing you that it was heading lower. All right, but that doesn't mean that it's, even if it heads lower, it doesn't mean that I want to exit my position, my core position on Bitcoin. I will probably more than likely just keep accumulating it as I am holding it for 10 to 15 years down the road. So it really doesn't matter. All right, I got enough money to do what I got to do, so I'm probably just gonna keep buying Bitcoin. But I'm not going to use this high because it was a bear trap. It's an obvious bear trap. So if you want to use this high here to pull a fib from, to watch for some areas where you may see heavier selling, would be your 618 and stuff right here. 382, the 50, and the 618. The 618 will be underneath this current structure right here. These two bullish candles closes. You need to get a daily close above 51K to get out of bear market territory. All right. And that would be, in my opinion, a reconstruction on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin will look very bullish at that point. As of right now, Bitcoin looks droopy, to say the least. All right. It is a holiday weekend, so you could probably see a bearish candle tomorrow be roughly the same size as the bullish candle you've seen today. That does not mean that we are heading lower. The only time you need to worry about lower prices is if you get a daily closure below your current support at 34,587. All right, you get a closure below that, then you will have to look lower. There is a weekly level of support right under current support at 32,290. That level there will, in my opinion, give us a bounce. I don't know how big the bounce will be, and it doesn't have to give us a bounce, but that's your next level for price to look for buyers at. I mean, that will be a demand zone. It's not a fresh untapped demand zone. You have that wick through it. You have that wick through it. So, but it's down there nonetheless. Supply area that you got to break would be this bullish candle's opening price right there. 38,379. You need a daily closure above that level. Any attempt to get above that on a daily closing basis and failure, if that happens for more than 2 days in a row, it's probably going to be a good time to look for shorting opportunities if you are shorting these intra-week ranges. All right. So, but a daily close above that, I would not be looking for any short opportunities, because that's your next area where the short would be in play. Matic also had a nice little day today. Like I said, if you following what the video I put out yesterday, basically showing you where I got short right here, what I was targeting right here. Boom. My target was flawlessly hit right there. I exited 2/3 of my position. My entry was the wick high of this bullish candle. My stop was above this wick on that bearish candle. Once my target profit was achieved, my objective was achieved, I moved my stop loss down to like 195. This push up took out the last 1/3 of the position, and I'm okay with that, as this move down was the trade. This move down was what I was targeting. This move down is only what I was expecting. So this move up to stop me out is 100% a-okay. That was a very, very profitable trade. Very profitable trade. So right now I'm not doing anything on Matic. I'm not looking for any new shorts. There is more bearish targets under us, but there are also bullish targets above us. All right. You have to take into account the amount of range this candle made when it opened, how fast and how far it went. The fact that it did close right here at this resistance level means absolutely nothing. Yes, this session here was simply a retest of the midpoint of this candle. If you start closing hourly candles below the low of this 8-hour low, then you're probably support test, as this is your 8-hour support on Matic, one spot 64. So this is not a high probable setup, as there is too much bullish momentum heading into that resistance. You are trading above your 50 area on the RSI, which is also indicative of bulls being in control of the asset. Let me put the 50 marker on there. I don't know what happened to them. Every one of my charts used to be set up like this, so I don't understand why they're not. But anyways, so we're not looking for shorts on Matic. All right, Matic did something way different than all the other cryptos. It traded off 72% and then traded right back up to only 13% off the highs. So this is not really a dead cat bounce, and I'm going to show you why. All right, this was your resistance right here. Let me go to the daily, because it was the daily that was resistance. Right there was your daily. If I go back into the 8 hour and show you what happened, here's Matic. A dead cat bounce would have probably came up to this bullish candle or this support here and rolled over. What you got was a nice bullish push up into daily resistance, and then for several sessions you traded, meanwhile taking out the lows but closing up on highs. That is what people are calling a bull flag. So there is your expansion up off the daily range, an 8 hour closure above it. Your very next 8 hour candle came in for a retest of it and traded higher. So this was a legitimate push higher. All right. The reason I got short over here was because we took out our supports to the downside on multiple sessions, and it wasn't just small supports getting taken out. It was, main ones on a smaller time frame. So when we traded back up into the 4 hour resistance, this bearish candle right here, that's when I took my short entry. Once again, stop was just above that high. So it was like a 1 to 10 risk to reward trade. So I was risking 1% or 1 to make 10. It was more than 1% because I was levered up to 5x on this trade. This thing traded down flawlessly, took out my stops and moved up. So not looking for bearish trades, guys. This thing pushed right back up into 4 hour resistance, also 8 hour resistance. It's holding that daily level. This is your daily level. On an 8 hour time frame, you are holding that daily level. See, these daily levels matter. That is your daily level. You are back above it and you are currently holding. It doesn't mean it will hold for the rest of the night or the weekend. It just means as of right now, it is. All right? It is right now. So this is a setback in watch. I'm not going to look for bullish entries because this momentum can get sold into, but I'm not looking for bearish entries as there is too much bullish momentum. So I hope that makes sense. Let's go look at ETH USD real quick, and then I'll go check out some FX pairs, and then we'll hang out and chill. And I will answer your guys' questions as long as I can maintain a stream. All right, so ETH USD, let's go to the daily. So ETH USD, this is an area where we wanted to see price hold as support. You did get a daily closure below it. However, you took out the low of this candle. If this daily, which I don't see it happening, there's only 2 hours left, but if you could get above this candle's wick high, you would have an outside day reversal pattern, right? And then you could possibly look for bullish entries, but only scalping inside of the ranges, waiting for your next area of supply, which would be 2704. All right, 2704 is going to be your next area to get above. So, and this level here, you can still basically look at that as an area of resistance, since this traded up above it, closed above it, but you immediately rejected. So that level also may find a little bit of resistance. But if you want to see real repair on ETH, you definitely got to get above this resistance. At that point in time, you will have a higher low and a higher high. So on the near term, on the daily, you would be making an uptrend, right? How far that uptrend goes is nobody knows. Good stuff. So that's what we're looking at on ETH. It's basically in a no-fly zone. As long as it's closing up here or above $2,296, I kind of like it for at least a follow-through bounce. All right, so for this to come on in and trade a little bit higher to fill in this range. So if I get rid of all the lines, we did take out the low of this candle on Ethereum, right? But this is just one massive range right here. And you got to take this range out. All right, got to take it out. So expect some filling in of this range. And like I said, guys, you can see big moves to the downside, big moves to the upside. But this range is going to be very, very important for the next few weeks for Bitcoin and ETH. And those are the majors. Let me go look at a couple major FX pairs, and then I'll start answering your guys' questions. As the video basically I put out yesterday told you what I was looking for on some of the FX charts. So here we got, this is a yearly range right here. Let's go to the yearly, as I do look at longer term charts, guys, to help in my biases. And there's a reason for it. As firms, hedge funds, prop firms, big banks, they trade on yearly and quarterly bases. So this is your yearly resistance. So let's go into this daily so I can unfold this. This is your yearly open. So 2021, this is your yearly open. 76926. It is May the 30th today. So this looks like it's already traded below the yearly open, which would basically say that this is red on the year. All right. This has lost a lot of momentum. It's lost all of its momentum, but it has been unable to go down or up. It has been trading in a nasty, nasty range. Your range is all the way up here to all the way down here. This is just an inside candle on a bigger time frame. Several of them, right? Several of them. So there's not a whole lot to do. It's just trading sideways on it. I was looking to get short on it because it is weaker than everything else, but it did hold weekly support last week. Here is your weekly support, and you can see we traded right to it and we're opening right on it. So you traded under weekly support and you traded back and closed at it. It's impeccable the way these markets work. It's completely impeccable. So here's Friday's price action, big down day, traded back up and closed back above daily support, but that's also weekly support. So let's put it on the daily support as we are watching for this daily to see what's going to happen. If I get a daily break and close below 77.080, I will be looking for short side setups on the Aussie dollar. All right. If I get a break and close below 77.080, I will be looking for downside setups on the Aussie dollar. All right. Aussie Swiss was a short that I tried to get everybody in up here, and I got in and I wrote it down to here, whereas I took 2/3 of the position off once we penetrated through this lower support area, and then I moved my stop down to break even. Unfortunately, on this push up, it took me out of the trade. My stop was moved way too far down. All right, it happens to the best of us. As becoming a new trader, this will happen to you as well. All right, don't get frustrated with it. Yes, I missed a massive move to the downside. Just understand that I was looking for this to roll over, and I told everybody that I was looking for it to roll over. So maybe somebody took this as a selling opportunity. All right. But as of right now, you are not looking for selling opportunities. Why? Because your downside move has been exhausted. You are trading into old support, right? Or old resistance, now support. So this level is a quarterly level. That level up there is a quarterly level. All right. If you go look at your quarterly chart, this is what you will see right here. You've been trading straight up for several quarters. I was expecting a pullback into this quarterly old support, new resistance. Once we traded up into that, that's where I was looking. Once we took a couple days and closed lower, then that's when I was like, yeah, I'm looking to take this thing as a short, at least down to the next quarterly area, which would have been that bullish candle here. It's actually this one, as this is an old, but once you get on such a large time frame like this, use the closest ones you can find. So this thing can trade all the way down to there, right? There's your last monthly resistance, right? It can go all the way down to there. That's what I'm looking for on this, but not right now. I'm looking for a pullback, possibly a few days, trade up, maybe even up to 70468, this level up in here, as that would be an attractive area to look for shorts. Nothing lower, all right? Nothing lower. So I would probably just stay away from it as it is so stretched out already. Aussie yen has been telling a different story. There is tons and tons. Shit, I deleted my, see, I do that all the time. That's all right. Let me put it back on, or here, let me just go over to this chart as I still have them. No, I don't have them here either. All right, so let's do this. Let's just go get it back. It's real easy. There's that, and I want an RSI. Just your standard relative strength index. Now I got to go down here and reset these settings. Sorry guys, apologies about that. I did not mean to close this thing. Where is it? This one. There we go. All right, done. So my colors are off and there's more moving averages in there, but I wanted to show you the RSI. Basically, you've lost a lot of your bullish momentum. This thing has just been pinging back and forth from the 50 level up to the 62 level. So it is looking like it's trying to roll over. You are currently trading above your 21. I'm not exactly sure which ones these are. These aren't my colors. Let me see what they are. 21.55. All right, that's fine. So let's close all of these that we don't need. Basically, the only two averages I care about mainly are the 20 and the 200, or the 21 and the 200 exponentials. So you're trading above your daily 21, but you're losing momentum. All right, losing momentum. This can still be a buying opportunity. All right, I'm not gonna really look for sells on this until we take out this swing low down here, because it is still in an uptrend. It is still trading above the 21, and it is still trading above your 50 marker on the RSI. It is losing strength. You are printing bearish divergence, but you've been printing bearish divergence on this asset since all the way back here. All right, so I don't care too much about divergence. I only point it out when it's there. I don't trade it. I don't care about it. It's useless in my opinion, as well as overbought and oversold is useless in my opinion. I understand that will hurt a lot of people's feelings, but just take it from me. I ain't giving you no crap. That's the truth. All right, so we're going to be patiently waiting on this. If it does roll over, like I said, it's still structured massively bullish, but if it does roll over, I believe we will get a nice move to the downside on it. Not looking for anything epically amazing. All right, if we do get a push lower, I will be looking for a support test all the way down to 82.066. All right, 82.066. This was your last resistance before this fake out, so I would not use the fake out. But in this circumstance, only in this circumstance, you have two closes right at that area, so watch that one first. All right, but make sure you remind yourself that that lower level at 82.066 is a quarterly, and the level at 83.102 is a monthly. But what I'm basically saying is, if you can find an area of entry, once you get a purge beneath this wick low down here, wait for a pullback and look for areas to get short, targeting those two areas. As you can clearly see on the daily, they are bearish targets. All right, so right now I'm just standing by on Aussie yen. Euro USD. Euro USD is bullish, right? You had this trade-off. Look where we turned around. Oh my goodness, right at the beginning of the quarter. This is why I look at quarterly charts. Look where, okay, and here's another thing. Look where it turned around the first time. We were trading bullishly. Where did we turn around? Oh my gosh, right at June 6th, the beginning of the first quarter 2021. Reversal, traded down. Next quarter, traded up. You see how this works? It's good to get an idea to keep a track, an idea of where your quarterly levels are as they make sense. Maybe not for a trade anytime soon, but you can definitely bet that I will be looking at all these charts at this quarter end, looking to see if there may be a trend change about to occur, because it does happen. All right. But as of right now, it's extremely bullish. You are situated above your daily 21 EMA. You are printing bearish divergence in the near term from this swing high to this swing high. All right, but you're still trading above the 50. The 50 above it is bullish control. 50 below is bearish control. All right, let me put it back on there. There you go. Above 50, the bulls are in charge on the daily only. This doesn't count on the hourly or anything else. Only on the daily do I care about what the RSI is doing. Under the 50 is bearish. Right now you are trading above it, printing bearish divergence, but it matters on who's buying and selling, not what bearish divergence is pointing out. You did take out this target right there. All right, that was a target for us. It has been taken out nicely, and then you got your pullback. So you may see a little bit more down the next day or two, as this is a holiday week, but I am looking for support to come in, and I am looking for this target up here. All right, until we get up there, or until we start taking out these swing lows. If we start taking out those swing lows, then obviously my bias will change from bullish to bearish. These two swing lows here. And then finally pound dollar, and I will answer your guys' questions. So here's pound dollar on the quarterly. Let's stretch it out. Let's put it on log. So trend lines are subjective. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. I very rarely use trend lines because of how subjective they are. I use them by tacking them to the exact swing highs if I'm looking for a trend line above price. If I'm looking for a trend line below price, I use the exact wick lows. So I would do something like this. You can use either the single-sided ray or the double-sided ray. It does not matter to me. I usually use the single. It's okay if you want to use a double, but that would be the trend line that I'd be focusing on. Now, let me get rid of this trend line and show you just how subjective they are. On the quarterly, you traded up to this trend line and rejected last quarter. This quarter, you are trading above the trend line, looking to take out quarterly profits at one spot 43770. If I take off the log chart, you can see on the quarterly, you have clearly already closed a quarterly above your trend line. You have already retested it. You are already trading higher, making a trending candle. Trend lines are very, very subjective. This is why I try to teach people on my channel to focus more on your horizontal support, resistance, and heath levels, because technically that's all you need to be successful in this game. You don't need any indicators, you just need candlesticks. All right, candlesticks are king as they are price. But this is what I'm looking for pound the hit. I am long on pound dollar on one account only. I did attempt to get long on a second account last week and I got stopped out. I am long on the one account from down here just before NFP. I got long damn near at the bottom of this wick. I mean, it's a flawless entry. All right, and then it's still riding. My stop loss is setting just above the position. I did take 2/3 of my position off once we took out my bullish target. This was my bullish target. So once we traded into that, I exited 2/3 of the position, then moved the stop to break even. Boom. This is a quarterly, monthly, and a weekly level as well. So price traded right back into that, tested it, bulls picked it right back up. Since you've been trading sideways and crazy. This was Wednesday or Thursday's candle. This is why I got stopped out. You took out all these swing lows down here with this wick. Boom. Everybody stopped out, and then you traded up. Big, nice, bullish expansion move to the upside. Came back in on Friday. Looked like it was going to be a bearish day. It did close red on the day. All right, this is not bullish. This wick low does not mean that that is bullish price action. It just simply means that on a smaller time frame, this could be a pullback and price could be heading lower. But you did get your daily close above resistance right there. That's why I'm leaning more bullish than bearish on this asset. Not because of this wick low. It's because of this close above that resistance. So a test of this heath level, aka order block, aka support, whatever you want to call it, was an entry. All right, that was an entry. I did not get in on it as I tried my chance with it the day before and got stopped out, so I let it be. I am still in it on one account, so I'm not that greedy. Here's your RSI setting firmly above the 50 spot. Yes, printing bearish divergence on this as well. Not from all the way over here, just from here, right? You do have higher highs on price, whereas you are making lower highs on the RSI. So you do have bearish divergence on a lot of these pairs versus against the dollar on the Forex market. All right. And then finally, I'll look at gold too. Screw it. I don't care. We'll stay on. I missed yesterday's stream, so I'll try my best to answer everybody's questions. I've been trying to get long this thing since this pullback. I got stopped out on a couple attempts. I tried to catch it here, and then obviously this big bearish candle stopped me out. And then once again over here, I got long looking for a retest of this Heath level here, and I got stopped out. So it has found support, right? And the main thing is it held support for multiple days. Now you're trading higher. Not only are you trading higher, you took out daily resistance. All right, took out daily resistance, traded all the way up to 110, spot 194. You're having a pullback. It's that simple. Will this area hold a support moving further? 109,710. I do not know, but we do know that it is resistance. Sorry, that's not the right level. It has to be the close. 109,706. Just watch it. Just keep it on your chart. Watch it. If you hold support there, maybe be looking for bullish entries on this asset. It is clearly bullish in the near term. Let's see where our moving averages are situated. All right, so there you go. You got a nice little bullish expansion up off of that. You were trading below it. This is a bear trap. This asset looks like it's wanting to go higher. RSI making higher highs, higher lows. No bearish divergence on it, right? That swing high is higher than this swing high. This swing high is higher than that swing high. This is what you want to see in a bullish asset. This asset is bullish. All right, so I am looking for pullbacks. I can get a pullback all the way down to 109,214, which is not the EMA. It is this bullish candle. I do not take trades off of the EMAs. I only see where they are in regards to price. That is all I care about. All right. So that would be an area of possible entry because it was old resistance and you broke clearly above it. So retest of it, you could look for higher low support to be formed there. Gold is bullish, but you're not looking to take a trade on gold to the upside just yet. You are completely overbought, but down here was the trade on gold. Once you broke out above this double bottom, I am not a double bottom trader or a pattern trader, but this is obviously a double bottom, right? And there was your neckline right there, and that is your break right there. So double bottom, neckline breach, came in for a support test. This was your support candle right here. Boom. See you later, alligator. That was the entry on gold. Also, it also reversed at, would you look at that, the quarterly open. All right. So you can start to see some pullbacks on these things as it has been trading straight up for the whole quarter on gold. All right. Been trading straight up for the whole quarter. I am looking for a pullback. In my opinion, that pullback can be all the way down. Let me get rid of all these lines. Can be all the way down to here and still look bullish to me. All right. All the way down to here. Simply because once you took and broke that on a daily closing basis, you never returned to check it. All right. There's a gap in price right here. That is going to be a fantastic area to look to get long on gold. 1837 spot 48. Boom. Retest of that level. That's where I'd be looking for bullish entries. Gold is going to continue to move higher as there is uncertainty right now with inflation fears. Bitcoin is coming off. So basically, Bitcoin started to come off when gold started to go up. So you can see the capital rotation. People coming out of Bitcoin going into gold. That is simply a hedge play. This is how they protect their returns. So all their profits they made on the Bitcoin run up, They simply transitioned those profits into gold at the bottom. But how did he know it was going to be a bottom? Well, it was the beginning of a brand new quarter. So chances were good. Boom, straight up. So the trade was down here. It is not up here. Wait for this pullback. It could take days to weeks to happen, but that would be the first area that I would look for bullish entries on gold. And it may never even come back down there, guys. It can just keep right on trucking to the upside. And if it does, guess what? We missed it. It's okay. It happens. There are opportunities in these markets every single day. Every single day. All right. So let me see what everybody's got to say. Appreciate you guys for showing up. And I apologize for yesterday. So green week, so no spot buy. I mean, that's financial advice, Jacob, and I can't give it, my friend. If you're buying without leverage and you're buying with an amount of money you don't care to lose, I see no reason with picking up some Bitcoin right now. You mind taking a quick look at, okay, I looked at that for you already, T. Schultz. Hope that helped. What's up, everybody? Ed D, Salah, no credits left. What is happening? Yo, 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 what is up, traders? Says Aaron C. What is up, my friend? Might want to turn the mic up. I did turn it up. I hope that helped. If it didn't, just let me know and I will turn it up some more. OMG, says Jack Olin. Let's go look at it. Cancel that. Let's go look at OMG. Let's look at it on Coinbase. It's brutal. It got brutalized. How much did it come off? Boom, 78%. All right, so this is old. I don't know what that is. Basically, you trade it. These lines are garbage. Let's get rid of them. So yeah, you took out your capitulation low. This was the capitulation. However, it wasn't a capitulation on OMG. It closed pretty close to the low. All right, that's a pretty strong down move. Then you took it out. So this is now your support to the downside. 4 spot 29.33. You never made it to resistance up here. So it looks like maybe here is what caught it. So old levels will work occasionally, right? As I don't like it once price runs through it twice. So this is your first time running through it. So a valid retest of it is okay. But this level will not be any good, in my opinion, once you break out above it. If you break out above it. All right. Then you would use your current leg of prices levels. But it looks like that's what caught price. You have taken out support on a daily closing basis. So this would have been your support right here. If you were bullish, expecting this leg to continue up, you did not want to see this. Now it can be a bear trap. Meaning, if you get a daily closure back above 61488, you might then find some more bullish momentum back to the upside. All right, this was your daily resistance for the downtrend. You got a daily closure above it and then immediately rejection back below it. So that level might hold some validity as well. Let's just get rid of this one as we know it's there. Right, so these are your two levels right now for near-term price to depend on what OMG is going to do for the weekly range expansion, the new week that will be coming up in 2 hours and 10 minutes. So this daily close is going to be very important. If you close back below 6.1488, you are looking lower. First test would be this bearish Heath level right there, 51.51509. That would be the first area to look. So if you are short this from this move lower, this is where I would be taking my profits if I were you. All right, right there. This daily is trading inside of yesterday's price action. This is an inside day. That means range bound, choppy activity. The near term trend, you have to go with the bigger one, is down, guys. It is down. It is a down trend. Once you made this high and then this lower high and took out your last swing low, what you did here, you started a downtrend. This was continuation of the downtrend. It does look like it's trying to shape some kind of funky looking inverse head and shoulders, but you have no neckline. Your neckline has already been broken. Therefore, your head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, is invalidated. You cannot be looking for that anymore. This took out your neckline. It is done. So in my opinion, this is probably going to see a little bit more continuation to the downside, get a test of this heat level, and then possibly there, if this is going to be the beginnings of a new trend, because you do have a higher high, taking out this high, you need a higher low. So look for higher low support. That would be the area. This level is important though, and you are trading above it currently. So keep your eye on this level, and we're nowhere near this one up here. So let's use that one for there. This is your weekly range expansion. This is what you will be watching for the week to come on OMG USD. Yeah. Hey, hey brother, hope you're having a great weekend. I am having a fantastic weekend. I have my drink right here, taking it easy. Giving many thanks to all the military for providing the very freedom that I have. Thank you so much. Good evening, Marcel Scholar, Jack Olin, what's up? You are welcome, Jack. What's up, Heath? Good John Dre here. What's happening? XLM, please. I can't read your name, but XLM it is. What are we doing on XLMster? Let's get rid of all the old drawings and start anew. It's terrible. Absolutely brutalized. Like a thief in the night, the bears came and stole us. We were not expecting it because all of us had our hopium shoes on. 65% down on XLM. Stellar, I like Stellar. I like Stellar for what it stands for. I've done a little bit of research on it. I like what they're doing. I love it. I am going to pick up some Stellar Lumens a little lower. If it continues to go lower, I will continue to buy it. 78% off is cheap for the long term. Not so cheap right now in the near term, but 5 to 10 years from now, 35 cent, 25 cent Stellar, I think, will be a fantastic opportunity. But if you're looking for the near term, then you're in a downtrend and you got to find support. So let's go find it. Here is your last daily closing price. That level is 36.3589. Right there. Your last lowest bearish close. You had a Heath level right there. It held as resistance. So far, support is holding as support. However, it is an inside day. So if you're new to my channel, I have a playlist that it's called Beginners. Start here. In that, there is a video that talks about candlestick patterns. There is only 3 kinds of candlestick patterns that you need to know. One is your outside range candle, aka engulfing. All right, that's the first one. The second one is the inside, and the third one is the range bound. All right, range bound, which means inside day. I was trying to find, I guess you could call this a bearish engulfing. I don't know if that high took out that high or not, but that is an outside candle, right? And this would be an inside candle. Inside candle is because you didn't take out the high or the low of the previous day. Therefore, it's trading inside of this candle's range, hence the name inside. And then when you take out one side only, it can be the high side or the low side, that is a trending candle. And those are the only 3 kinds of candles that exist. That is it. And if you just wrap your mind around that small concept, that itself will give you 1/3 of an edge. So there you go. Enough of my ranting. It's trading sideways, my friend. You checked the 45.66 level and you got sold back into. But you're trading at support right now. It's an inside day. So I don't think I'd be looking for buys right here, right now, as an inside day usually comes next a trending day. So, well, it doesn't have to come next, but you can only make so many inside range candles before you do get that breakout or breakdown. So wait for that before you look for any entries on Stellar. I wouldn't be looking for fresh shorts down here. Yes, it can go much lower, but it's 70% off. I do expect most of these cryptos to get a bounce, guys. I am not bearish yet. If we keep making lower highs and lower lows for the next month or two, then I will become extremely bearish on the market. But I'm not a perma bull either. I'm looking at price, and price is saying, yo bro, we want to go low, and it did. So you got to keep that in mind, guys. You're trading range bound. 36 to 45, that's your range. Wait for a breakout, either to the upside or to the downside, and then look for entries. All right, but on XLM right now, you're range bound. The very definition of range bound. A lower close down here would be nasty. All right, would be nasty. Next area on the daily, there's probably a weekly level or another daily level that you can use that's underpriced, like this one here. This is under near-term price, so these would be the areas of which I would look for. Well, you've already tested the Heath level of that candle, so now it will be the closing price, which is the support. In fact, that is your last bearish close at that price. That will be your next area to look for support. 32.6273, that's to the downside. Resistance is 45.6, right? So moving on. Hello, hi from Belgium, CTM peeps. What's up, Pedram? Hope I'm saying your name correctly. I apologize if I did not. Heath, I see that Jordan is still holding to mid-cycle shakeout based on Ian's chart. You think same V-shaped recovery might play out? I do not. I cannot perceive to assume what price may or may not do, my friend. I have a little bit of disagreements upon those charts. All right. I'm not going at heads or against Jordan or anything. I just don't. And I'm a trader, and I just don't think that you can use past price action to be indicative of future results. I got caught up on that, and I missed this move to the downside. I could have at the very least warned people, but I didn't, because I let those charts blind me. That what everybody is saying right now on Bitcoin is this price action is relevant to what we've seen back in 2016, and I say no, it isn't, and I will show you why. This is nothing like we've seen. Nothing. All right? Here's what they're saying for the 2016 price action. Let me get it up. So here are your 2 monthly closes, right? So you had 2 monthly closes, and then your bull market started. Well, you had not approached your high yet. So anything down here below this all-time high could have been just another lower high. It wasn't. We know that in hindsight that it did break out. So this price action occurred under the old all-time high. We are above the old all-time high when we're getting this type of price action. Never once in 2017's run up did you get 2 bearish candles on a monthly closing basis. And never once in 2017 did you get a 40% monthly candle going to the downside, taking out 3 previous months price action. There you go, 49% this monthly candle. Last year, all of YouTube, I didn't have a YouTube channel at that point, right? I wasn't ever even thinking about becoming a YouTuber, and I'm still not. I'm a trader that's helping CTM. That's how I classify myself, not a YouTuber. This monthly candle, every YouTuber alive was all on the same page and calling this a blow off top. Now it looks way nastier on the weekly. Here we go. So it looks way nastier on the weekly. I agree. You took out 2 full bullish weeks in 1 week to the downside. Everybody except for the perma bulls were in agreement calling this a blow off top. I am the only person on YouTube that's calling this a blow off top. The only one. Why is this not a blow off top? You've taken out 3 monthly lows. Boom, boom, boom. In 1. All right? Can this pick up? Yes. Can it go higher? Yes. It's cheap now. 70% or 50% off. It's a sale. The other relevant area of price. Now, I'm not looking at any squiggly lines and anything to tell me any of this info. I am specifically looking at candlesticks and price action structure, right? So your next area that they are comparing this pullback to would be 2013. So where are we? All the way over here. All right, so let's hit the auto. Let's take off the auto. All right, so here we are. This is the other section of price where you did get 2 monthly closes above your old all-time high. But this candle is nasty, right? This is a massive move lower. So if you go from that wick high to this wick low, that's 75% off. And yes, look what happened after. So I would have to agree that this looks more like anything that we're in right now. My only qualms with this price action and the price action we're in now is this monthly candle didn't take out any other monthly low. It didn't even take out its previous monthly low. So therefore this bearish candle was an inside month, right? You didn't take out the high of the previous candle or the low. Therefore you are an inside month. This candle didn't take out the high, didn't take out the low of the previous candle. This candle was an inside month. Back to where we are now. This candle is not an outside month because we didn't take out that high or that high, but this is a trending candle to the downside, meaning you took out the low of your previous candle. You didn't adjust. This is a trending candle. All right? If you don't want to call it a blow off top, call it what it is. It's a trending candle, and this candle is trending to the downside. It does not mean it can't go higher. But I'm going to take Bitcoin's price action from here on out day by day. I'm going to get right back to the grassroots that has brought me so much success, and that's been following charts and market structure. So I'm no longer giving two craps about 4-year cycles or none of that jazz. I'm going to be watching price and price ranges alone. Right now, it's not looking so great on Bitcoin, right? So we definitely need a support, and it can be finding one. This is good, nice. It looks like it's unable to close a daily. Well, you did close a daily below, but just a little bit below. That's not like a solid support takeout because you barely closed below it. I don't like when support or resistance barely gets taken out. I want to see a clear and obvious, yep, I took out support. Yep, I took out resistance. As those are your better, more solid signals. So moving on. So yeah, I mean, it could be a V-shaped recovery, right? I don't know. We'll have to see. Bitcoin hasn't taken out its capitulation low yet, which is good. That is good, right? If you don't take out the capitulation low, then that can be a V-shaped recovery. Absolutely. The one thing you haven't done on Bitcoin yet is you haven't taken out your first area of resistance. That is this level down here. Right here. You need to get a daily closure above that for this to be considered a new high. Not an all-time high, just a higher high. So as long as you maintain support before you take out this wick low, this capitulation low, you may have found higher low support and you may be in the beginnings of repair. All right? I'm not bearish on Bitcoin, guys. Not bearish. I'm just saying I'm going to keep an eye on price, where it closes in regards to support and resistance. And I think you guys should too. And Mindy A says, what is your bias on Bitcoin and crypto? I don't see Bitcoin above 37,300's weekly high. Not this week. I don't see it happening. This week's about to close. I do expect Bitcoin will find support soon. You haven't got a bounce from this move down yet. You will get a bounce from that. That's a vicious move. Yes, the dead cat bounce, people can say that it has already played out, and they can technically be right, but I mean a real one, like one back up to old support all the way up here, which is under 51K still. So a failure there and a rollover and a new low, you will be in a bear market. However, a closure above that, like I said, we got to get above 51K to be out of bear market territory. And I can't make it do it. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Bitcoin to 25K, says Sean Tanian. XRP to the moon, says Bina Bina. Let's go check it out. XRP to the moon. Is it getting a big pump today? Let's go look at it on Finex. I can't even get the chart to change. Let's go trading view. Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to the moon, my friend. You're still trading inside yesterday's range. You're still an inside range candle on XRP. Inside day right here. So if you get a close above this area, 90800, that would be good. It would be constructive. You have a Heath level right above you, right there at 97613. So obviously you got to get a close above that. You got a lot of work to do on XRP. A lot of work to do before you can even consider this thing being good. First and foremost, you got to take out this swing high. If you do take out this swing high in this week, you will have a higher low, right? You will have a higher low. But that has to happen first. Has to happen first. You are welcome, Matt Thompson. Heath, we don't like you if you call it a top. I know. I didn't say it is the top, Mindy. I said it is a blow-off top. Blow-off tops can be bought back up. No one knows if it's the top or not. So I'm not calling the top. I'm just saying keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you. Super Farm. Extreme upside. Any or O. I don't know what Super Farm is, but I missed a lot of comments. So here we go. Euro USD 123, 127, target 134. Sounds about right. Let's go look at it real quick. First target 123, 127, and then 134. That's a large target. 134. That is a large target. It's possible, but not anytime soon. I am bullish on this asset until we start taking out this 121 level. If we stay above that, I'm okay on it. Start taking out these swings down here, then I'm not. Hey, those wondering if you can check out gold on and USD/JPY. Brandon Lamb, I did look at both of those assets. I will go right back to it real quick just to give you what I'm looking for. Right now, USD/JPY looks bullish, right? Looks bullish. I'm wanting a retest back down to 109.219. I might not get it. It may hold support right there at 109.706, but these are the only levels I'm watching. This was support. It held. See you later. So this support is not relevant because price is way above it. So we can get rid of that line. These are the two areas to watch on USD/JPY for now. I would love to get a pullback down to 109.219. That would be my favorite spot. And I would be looking for bullish entries at that point. I did not mean to grab that line. So there you go. And then gold is, you're looking back on gold down to 1837.48. 1837.48. We need to push back down to there before you can look for bullish entries on that. I am not bearish on gold. I am only waiting for this test. And then I will make a decision as to whether or not I'm going to buy some calls or not. So those are those two. Thanks, Heath, again. Really appreciate everything. You are welcome, Brandon. Euro USD analysis. That was at the beginning of the channel, and I just kind of did look at Euro USD. I'm bullish on Euro USD. Can you do teaching? That's what I think I'm trying to do right now. I'm not very good at it, but I'm trying. You are not a trader if you buy Bitcoin now. You are an investor, as it can go any more short-term basis. I am an investor on Bitcoin. Meyer since I am a trader as well. I am a scalper, intraday scalper, but I am only investing in Bitcoin. You are correct. Can you do teaching videos? Yeah, I have a whole channel full of them, my friend. Please do TA tutorial. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Look for that playlist. Beginner, start here. That will give you the bare minimum basics of what to start looking for. Nithis Kumar. I can't pronounce your name. Apologies. Matic and ADA, please. Yeah, we looked at both of them earlier on in the stream. ADA versus the dollar is not looking so great. And I took a short on Matic USD Friday. Where is it? There it is. So ADA is stronger than Bitcoin and other things paired against the dollar. You have taken out yesterday's high, which is fantastic. You are trading into 8-hour resistance right now. As long as you stay closing candles, 8-hour candles above this bearish candle, one spot 502298. I like it. The instance you close an 8-hour candle below that, you are probably looking for bearish targets. This wick low would be the first one. This one down, next one. And then your other one was Matic. So Matic, I'm not doing anything on it as we are testing this daily level again. That daily level is one spot 83. Let me get my chart to move. This old daily level here. So you got to break above it, a break back down. I don't like it, but it's the only one we got. Excuse me. This is your area of resistance. You need to get a daily closure above spot 2106. You are finding support so far. All right, I took this short on this wick high, and I was targeting this wick low. This came down, took out my targets, moved my stop to break even. This candle stopped me out. So I'm no longer short on Matic. It looks to me like it's catching a bit of a bid. All right, so I'm going to stand by and wait, see what happens in the next few sessions. All right, there's nothing to do on it right yet, as this can still just be another lower high for now. XLM is long-term hold, just like Chainlink. I got you. I understand. Super farm. I don't know what that means. Extreme upside. Any thoughts on Crow Coin? Never heard of it. Let's go see if we can find it. Crypto.com. Let's see. It's crazy looking. Man, it's crazy looking. It's been trading very erratic. It's in a bear trend. All right. This thing's been trading, making lower highs and lower lows since April 17th or May. It's not quite classified as a bear market yet, but almost. It's in a downtrend. I would only be looking for selling opportunities on this asset. Let's see where we are situated with the moving averages. My internet is lagged out so bad I can't even get that. Yeah, you got a death cross on the daily. And I'm not calling the 21 EMA crossing the 200 as a death cross. So let's go see if the 55 is crossed it or not. No, it's not. So you have not got that yet. But you're working on it. You're working on it. This thing is in bearish territory. The RSI is, the bears are in control of this asset. I wouldn't start looking for bullish entries till at least you get a close above 14.96. This bullish candle, you got to take that out first. Then you got to find and make a higher low. Then you can look for bullish entries. You have not done that yet. The only thing you have done is make higher or lower highs and lower lows. So there is no point in looking for bullish entries until that narrative changes. Until that narrative changes. Once again, Mindy, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin at all, my friend. And you look at super, ticker symbol super. Let's go look at it. I'm not sure if you're talking about this stock. Probably talking about the crypto. Let's go look at it versus Tether. It's in a downtrend. It's getting absolutely wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. Can it get a bounce from here? Yeah. Would I be looking to buy this? No, absolutely not. This thing is trending to the downside. This is a sell, not a buy. You got to get a daily closure above this wick high at 1.07, and then you got to put in a higher low for you to even start working on a new trend to the upside. At that point, then you can start looking for bullish entries. But man, there are far better assets to buy than this thing. Far better looking charts. Wow, Heath, good job. Thank you, Brett Armstrong. Heath, you're the man. Thank you, Top Dog Killer. And that's where Mindy said, you don't like it when I call it up. All right, where was it? Just hopping on to say thanks for all you do, Heath. Hey, thank you much, Thistle Bricks. Thank you for showing up, my friend. What about XRP? We looked at it. It's doing the same thing as Bitcoin. It looks almost identical to Bitcoin. It's testing the lows. I feel like it is forming a bottom structure. Nothing is going to the moon. Let's stay on Earth. It could be forming a bottom. Absolutely. It is putting in support, or at least trying to. I agree with that. BTC has been and will be a beast, just taking some rest right now. And I agree with that as well, man. I am long-term bullish on Bitcoin. I am looking to hold my Bitcoins until 2010, or not 2010, 10 to 15 years down the road. I honestly think, just an opinion, that Bitcoin will be worth millions of dollars per Bitcoin one day. I do believe it. I have been wrong before, but I'm willing to risk the money that I'm buying it on for that long-term hold. I trade everything else. Everything else is on the table to trade. I just don't need to trade Bitcoin. I'm a day trader in FX. I trade cryptos, day trade cryptos, everything. Stocks, options, you name it, I trade it. We called AMC on this channel before AMC broke out. I'll go show you. You can pull it up. It's on tape, or it's been recorded. This day here, I did an early morning live stream. All right? On this day right here. This day. We came on live. Price was gapping up to like $15 pre-market. I told everybody that was on the live stream, this is your daily resistance level at 1403. It is also close to a weekly level. Do not buy this if it opens up and it's still trading above it. Wait for this thing to pull back and test old resistance. If this level doesn't hold, look for a lower level, possibly down to here, right? Then that would be a fantastic buying opportunity. Then a couple days went by and we were here. And some guy was asking me about AMC. Did I still like it to the long side? And I said, absolutely. This is the area where you are maybe finding a lower high support. Look for this thing to move higher from here, as this was a bear trap down here. You got a nice, consistent 2, 3, 4 days closing beneath that trend line. That trend line was just this swing low to this swing low. So that's a bear trap. You also got a daily closure below support. That was your support. Since you got such a massive reaction out of that area, I knew it was a bear trap. We were looking for bullish entries, and you know the rest of the story. It has absolutely went insane. Freaking bananas. Boom. Massive move to the upside. Fantastic stuff. There's nothing to do on AMC right now. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you that. You are trading at all-time highs. Or not all-time highs, but that's a massive move to the upside from this push here. I mean, this was back when GME was going crazy. So you've already eclipsed that. Eclipsed it. This is a massive short squeeze. AMC did nothing other than say it was okay to put your masks off, or take your masks off. That is not news that will basically cause this. A short squeeze causes that. ETH USD. Yeah, I didn't do ETH USD very long, but it's basically the same thing. The only difference that we have on ETH USD is we did take out our capitulation low. That's not good. It's not fantastic. That capitulation low, I did not want to see it taken out. We did take it out. Then we got a bullish bounce. Even took out bullish resistance right there on your daily. Right there. Boom. Right? But then immediately rejected. So you are testing a Heath level right now, a demand zone. Let's see if any demand is here. If there is demand here, and you get a push higher and a daily closure above this new daily resistance at 28.89, you will have a new trend change. You will have a higher low and a higher high, and that's what you want to see. At that point, you can then look for possible bullish entries, and it would look something like that, right? So that's it. That's all there is to do on ETH. If you take a chance on buying it right now, then it's not a more high probable setup, right? Because you're testing support. You're right at support. And you're trading inside on the day. Almost. Not quite, but almost an inside day. To be fair, you did take out yesterday's low. Just buy a penny or two. And that's it on ETH. How does Atom look to me? Let's go look at it. I haven't looked at Atom in a very long time. Very long time. Well, no, it hasn't been a very long time. It was over here last time I looked at it. But it was for somebody else. It looks, you took out capitulation low. You're trading as support. Same as ETH. Identical as ETH. If I can get this line to come on, there you are. You did get a daily closure below that. So your next area is this one down here. Has already been tested. Right? So what you need is a daily closure above 1389 and then ultimately this resistance at 1524. You have daily resistance above you at 1698. All three of these areas are going to cause a bit of wobbly price action as there will be people lining up at those three levels to sell it. This is your weekly range to watch on this asset. If you turn around and get a daily close below 1165, you will be looking for a test of 930. All right, 930. So this is the areas to watch on Atom. You can't believe, you don't believe in market cycles anymore. I do believe in them. I'm just saying, see, this is what happens. I say stuff wrong or people take it wrong. I'm just saying I'm not going to rely on that chart anymore. The 4-year cycle and all these new things people are pulling out of nowhere to say, well, this looks like this back then, and once this happened back then, we got another 15,000% run up to the upside, so that's what I think is going to happen. No, I'm not doing that. I will continue to watch price. I am still long and holding my core position in Bitcoin. All right, I am not short Bitcoin. I am long. I did buy more after we put in that capitulation low. So I'm just not going to follow those cycles and those models anymore. Because at which point do you say they're broken? Right? If you can keep applying new stuff to fit that narrative, you're essentially allowing your bias to keep you on the wrong side. Right now, Bitcoin had a massive pullback. And we are still recovering from that. It is a shock to the system. This push lower was a massive shock. So what I'm looking for on Bitcoin for the next few weeks is sideways at best. Sideways. Possibly to up, right? But you still got to get above 51K before you're just out of bear market territory. So nothing is, I'm not saying that's bearish. It just is what it is. That's the best I can do, man. It is what it is. ADA breakout above consolidation triangle on the 4-hour. Thoughts? Thank you. I've been looking at ADA like 4 times and I haven't seen it break out above anything. There's ADA USD. Let's go look at ADA Bitcoin. ADA Bitcoin was oh, this is Forex. ADA Bitcoin was testing resistance. It had not broken out. So it had to happen just now. And it didn't. ADA is not broken out. ADA is still contained inside of its longer term range. Looks like it's trying to break out. This chart is bullish. ADA Bitcoin is bullish. On the daily, you are 100% bullish. This chart looks fantastic. You had a 30% correction on ADA Bitcoin. You are making, or you did make a higher high. You didn't close above this resistance, but you did make a higher high. This is a higher low. You are in an uptrend on ADA. Howbeit, however short or long it lasts, I have no clue. But as of right now, you're in a bullish trend on ADA. Looks fantastic. I would buy now if anyone is thinking to wait for lower prices. Hashtag dent. Hi Heath, do you have a limit on how many trades you make on Forex? Jimmy Lai, that is a beautiful Beautiful question. I am looking to take 1 to 3 intraday scalps per week on FX. If I've taken 3 trades on the week, then I'm done. I do not trade more than 3, especially if they're losses. Last week, I took 2 entries intraday, and both of them were for losses. So I quit. I said, I'm done for the week. Let me see what happens next week. However, I also trade cryptos, and I treat that the same way. All of my crypto trades have been profitable. I have not lost not one time on crypto in the last several months. I'm still holding Doge short from 50 cents. Matic was a successful trade yesterday. There's been several. I'm looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin right now for a possible short. Right now on Litecoin, Bitcoin, but it's just a near-term short, and I missed it. I was watching this test. I wanted it to get a little bit higher, like a wick above it, and then a push lower. I missed it. My target was going to be this bearish candle. So we're already trading into my target. So this trade is gone. I missed it. So I will wait for it to do a little bit more and see if I can find some other thing to trade. I'm always scanning the charts 24/7 almost. Not for when I'm asleep, but 7 days a week. I'm looking at charts, answering questions. I am a trader. I love it. ETH/USD, bud. Yeah, I checked it out already. Andrick, please just rewind. What about Matic? Thank you. Yeah, now we're getting into where a lot of people are coming in. I've checked all these things like 5 times. Here's Matic. It's trading at a daily area. I don't like the daily area because it's so far in the past. Price has already traded up through it, back down through it again, and now back up through it. However, for whatever reason, it is respecting it. All right, here is an 8-hour level I'm keeping my eye on. Matic looks like it wants to break out above it. All right, currently it looks like it wants to break out above it. I shorted on this wick high, and I took my profits on this bearish push, or this was my target right there. So on this push, I got out of my trade. So did everybody else, because there's your big bullish pop. That's profit taking and new buyers entering the market. Oh, what just happened? Excuse me. So there's resistance right above you, 194. I'm looking for that to break. It looks like it's going to break. We will see. If we get an 8-hour closure back below this candle's opening price at 169, I will be looking for bearish entries again. And the reason I like ADA so much for bearish entries is it is only trading, well, 32% off the highs, where everything else got annihilated and is trading at like 50% or 50%, 40% off the highs. This offers more of a bullish or bearish risk to reward. But this daily candle it looks good. So I'm not going to be looking for shorts here. I want to see proof that the shorts have re-entered the market or looking for areas to short. This 4-hour level was the first time that I took the short. So I will see what happens when price gets up to there again. If it rejects again, maybe I look for a short again. We will see. I will let you all know. I don't hide anything on this channel. I have multiple videos of me showing you all my trades for several months. That's basically all I did at first, showing how I trade, for just letting people know that I know what I'm talking about. Why do you say that we are going to test 51K? I did not say that we are going to test 51K, Jaeger. I did not say that. Never. I said you need to get back above 51K in order for this to be out of bear market territory. Those were my exact words, word for word. I do not know why you think I said we're going to test 51K. We are trading at the lows. In fact, we did make a new daily support, meaning we took and closed a daily candle below our last daily support. This thing has more pressure to the downside right now than anything. 51K is important because that's 20% off the highs, roughly. For a bear market to no longer be in effect, you got to be trading within 20% off the highs. So 51K is the line in the sand for the bear market. That's all I said. Damn it, I just lost it. This chat glitches so much. Live baby, CTM, woo. What's up? Mate, Mateo, sorry. Most definitely learning from you, Heath. Coming over here from the CTM channel. Love Jordan and honored to join you here. I'm honored that you are here, Lawrence. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you so much for all of you. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Really means a lot. Crypto has a habit of pumping during holidays due to thin volume, easier to manipulate. I cannot disagree with you, Oz. Cannot disagree with you, my friend. It will be very thin environments today, tomorrow, probably for the beginning of next week even. Just be careful out there, guys. Make sure you use stop losses. VET, please, says Eddie B. Let's go check it out, Eddie. Vet dollar Finex. So you held support. Well, no, you didn't. You took out your capitulation low. Yep. You got to bounce. Yep. Tested resistance. Got to close above resistance. Kind of like ETH. Now you're trading back down to the Heath level. Right here. Which is also known as a demand zone. 0.0983290. You need to get a daily closure above yesterday's high. Be fantastic if you got that. A daily closure below this level means you're coming down here to test daily support. Daily support is 0.0869. You lose this level, you're coming here. If you lose that level, let's just call it right down here, because if you lose that level, you're probably going to do a little bit of sailing down to 0.675. Same thing. It's not an uptrend yet. It's trying to make one, but this is a lower low. This is a lower high. You didn't take out this high yet. So lower low, lower high. Right now, the pressure is to the downside. If you make a higher low here or lower before you take out this low, and then you take out this high and this high, you will then have a new trend change. At that point only would you be looking for bullish entries. As of right now, you are buying a falling knife. How do I trade options in the UK? I have no clue, my friend. I live in Florida, and our options, I mean, as far as how options are priced and everything, I'm sure it's fine, but I know nothing about UK brokers or UK stocks for that matter. Thank you, bro. A lot of struggle to pronounce my name, but I wanted to ask you where did you learn all this TA? I taught myself. I don't have traders in my YouTube channel. The people that I'm subscribed to on YouTube are people like the Critical Drinker, Mahler. I am subscribed to Jordan. I found Jordan. I have seen a lot of TA videos just comparing notes and rolling my eyes in most cases. I taught myself studying the charts, back testing, looking for edges, realized there was no edge on this, so learned something, try to find something new, and I just kept working it in just for years and years and years, a steady grind, never going to stop, ever. And I figured out a small edge. I am teaching you the edge that I use, so that way maybe it will help you guys to figure it out, see if you can tweak it and make it work for you, right? That's the whole goal of this channel. The whole goal is to just help. We just looked at Vet Alexander. Can you check Hollow Chain? Let's go look at it. Wait, why am I typing the whole word? Let's check out HOLO. Why is there so many? Oh, Turkish lira, euro. Okay. Let's go with it versus Tether. You didn't give me a specific pairing, so we'll just look at Tether. Let's see how far this thing came off. 85%. This thing damn near. I mean, if you think it's going to do something, you came off 85%. I probably will buy a couple of these things and I have no idea what it is, just for the simple fact that you came off 85%. You might get a bounce. You did not get above resistance. There was your first Heath level. That was your first area to test. So you would normally get a bounce from that area. That's what you did. Price traded into it, tested it, came lower. However, as long as you maintain what you've done here and take out that high, then can you start looking for bullish entries. As of right now, like I said, here's your high, here's your low. Here's your high. If you make another lower low, you're still in a downtrend. You need it to find a bottom. A bottom needs to be found. What you can do is wait till you get a daily closure. Oh, I like this. Look at this. This is nice. You got to close below the 200. Another close below the 200. Now out of it. You're testing it, essentially. People are buying the 200. That's insane. Why would people do that? No, I'm just kidding. Algos and bots do buy off those levels. I like moving averages. I just don't trade off of them. That's why it's found support, not the 21. That's why. Right there. Boom. See? Heath levels work. You can call it the 21 if you want, but if you go down into a 4 hour, you can see what caught it. That's why it works. It just works. I don't know why. But yeah, you're holding it above the 200, so if you're looking for a long-term hodl, don't go buy this with 100x leverage. You might get smoked. But I don't know what it does, so I can't tell you if it's a fantastic investment or not. But it's at 85% off. Definitely in a downtrend. Man, I don't even want to look at that chart because I'm not sure if you're joking or not. Thanks for your help, man. What do you think of B Pro chart? I don't know. I've had a lot of people spamming this thing on my. It's in a straight downtrend. It's getting absolutely smited. Absolutely smited. %. But if you go all the way to the low, 91%, 92% off. B Pro Tether Network, 92% off. Oh my God, that's people got hurt on that. Wait for it to turn around and make the beginning of an uptrend. You want to see higher highs and higher lows. Then you can look for bullish entries. Until then, stay far, far away from this thing. I mean, it's already moved down 92%, so you can expect a bounce, guys. I mean, I don't see any professional short sellers selling this down here. I can tell you that much. I wouldn't be. It's already had a 92% move. Just give me a second. Let me Google something real quick. I guess it is a legit thing. What you're asking to see. I can't find a chart on CoinMarketCap though. I found it. It's trading at 0.4053. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Where did you learn to trade? I taught myself once again. BET already looked at it, Mr. Eddie. Just kidding. Oh, I know, Mindy. I know. So why 7 billion people in the world not using crypto if this is so profitable? I don't know what you're asking me. To be honest with you, I don't use it. I only trade it. It's a great place to be a speculator. That's why I like it. I can't tell you why 7 billion other people like it or don't like it. I am a day trader, so I trade it. That's it. I like Bitcoin only because of what it stands for. The Bitcoin long shot, says Andy. That's what I'm looking for, Andy. Fabio, hi, can you look at SHIB USD? Yeah, absolutely. There it is. No, it's Tether. So I can only find it versus Tether on Poloniex, my friend. There's a line here for some reason. Let's go see what we found or why we found it. I know I marked it for some reason, and I basically told people to watch that level for some reason. That's why, right there. Right there it is. That one little hourly candle. Excuse me. Last time I looked at this was in an uptrend, I'm assuming. I was picking downside targets from here. Longer term downside targets. That's why I picked that. So I leave that line on the chart, go back out to the daily, and look and see what's happened. It's been holding as support. Unfortunately, you got a nice bounce here, but the entire move was faded. Okay? Test, 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 test. Big bounce. Took out resistance. There's your hope. You need to see this level as a demand zone, as a Heath level, pick up price. You did not get that. You got a push through, a lower close, then another test. This was faded. It has came off a lot, though. So like everything else in crypto, the reason why you're seeing stuff grind at the bottom is because the opportunity to the downside isn't much left. 79%. That means you can only make another 21% on this asset if you short it. That's it. Like, the bulk of the short has been made. The money's been made. So I am expecting a bounce on mostly all of this stuff, but you gotta wait for that to happen first. You can't just expect it to happen or assume it will. You gotta wait for it. You gotta be patient. Wait for it. As of right now, that 710 spot is holding as support. And it's that one little old lonely hourly demand zone. That is it. That is it. Okay, so there's where I was. Yeah. So hopefully that helps Fabio. I grew up with a kid named Fabio in school. Hollow Chain says Cheech. We looked at Hollow Chain Cheech. I'll go look at it quickly just to give you the levels that I found. I did the same thing again on it. Typed out the whole damn name, and I knew not to do that because I just did it. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. That's hot. That's not even it. Oh, yeah, it is. There it is. Got it. Yeah, there's your levels. So far, it's found support at 7669. And then resistance is at 10,850 right here. As long as you're trading inside of that area, you're range bound. You did make a higher low here, but you have not made a higher high yet. All right, you did take out this high. So technically, yeah, you have. You have made a higher high. Sorry, right there. That was a bullish up close candle. You have taken out the high. There is a higher high. Is this going to be a lower low? We will only know once we take out this high. Then you know the trend has changed, which therefore makes possible bullish entries a little bit more probable, right? A little bit more, that's all. You're a legend, making Heath. Sorry I joined late. We'll rewind. We'll do a rewind later. Any thoughts on CMMC? Absolutely, Al. Let's go check it out. I'm doing it a little bit late, so that way anybody that, because yesterday sucked. I was trying to go live so bad, just couldn't. I've dropped a ton of frames on this stream, so yeah, it's probably gonna be glitchy and everything else. But it is what it is. It's bullish, man. Let's see what we got on the quarterly. Yeah, for the last 5 quarters, it's been trading straight freaking up. Copper Mountain Mining Corp. I would assume this has something to do with the EV market or a speculation play on EVs. I know copper's been absolutely going bananas as well, so this has to do with that. Are we looking for bullish entries up here? Probably not, as you are in exhaustion risk. All right, here's your yearly chart right here. Last 2 years, it's been trading straight up. On the quarterly, no pullback at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And look how the bullish candles get bigger each quarter. Look for a pullback soon. Soon, right? I don't know if you'd get a pullback that far. So let's go see what we got on the monthly. All right, so there's your monthly demand zone. You would definitely want to see support right there. I would not be looking for bullish entries until we get a test of 327 there. Then I would need to see a daily maintaining daily closes above that level. If you get a close below it, you're heading lower. You may find support eventually, but I mean, I'm not a pattern trader, but it looks like it's trying to put in a Quasimodo, ugly looking head and shoulders. There's no divergence, so it just looks like it's needing a pullback. It's extremely extended. Just been going straight up. It's caught a lot of momentum though, so it can keep going higher. It absolutely can. This was a support test and it held. See that? I would wait for that level, but you may not get it. That's just where I would feel comfortable. So there's your support. There's your support test. You took it out. However, you have not taken out resistance yet. Since this chart is gappy because it trades during the stock market hours, wait for 444, a test of that. Daily closure above it. Then you can look for pullback entries, possibly down to 422 for higher support, looking long. If you lose this level and come back down and test 393, you're probably going to test lower. It's extremely, extremely high. It's been a very bullish chart. GRT right here, 0.90445. Gotta get a closure above that. This is just a lower high, and you took out daily support right there. You do have an outside day reversal. This is your outside day reversal, right? Took out the low, took out the high, closing up on high. Strong day for GRT. It's up 20% on the day. It is the best cryptocurrency asset that I have on this watch list. 20% move to the upside. Fan-freaking-tastic. You do need to see a closure above 0.90445 in order to make a higher high. This is still a higher low because you didn't take out this low, but you still haven't taken out that resistance yet. So wait for that to happen first, please. Because any push up is going to be looked at as a selling opportunity. Not a great one, like I said, because it's extremely extended to the downside. Obviously, everything was oversold for a little bit. You are putting in hidden bullish divergence, but I don't like divergence, but there it is. This thing is making higher highs or higher lows and price is not. So there's your bullish div. Looks like it's getting ready to make a bounce. Finally. Yeah. See what happens when you get to 90.4 or 0.90445. We miss you on the weekends, my man. Yeah, I know it sucks. 100 likes. Thank you for the 100 likes. I really appreciate that. Coin for X2. I don't know what that means. Hey, Jordan. I'm not Jordan Lawrence. My name is Heath. Why are you not shorting BTC now? Because it's extremely oversold. Like, here it is. When you're looking for short opportunities, you're looking for higher prices, right? You want to see this move up and then find support, look to go lower. Down here, there's not much opportunity. As an intraday scalper, sure, I might take a scalp aiming at like this wick low, but I wouldn't be aiming at this wick low. That would be too greedy in my opinion. You've already had a massive move to the downside. So at best, most people are taking profits down here, exiting their short positions, and you also have perma bulls that are buying down here. So it's not an area of opportunity to the downside, in my opinion. It gets a little bit higher, and then we can talk about that, right? Then we can talk about that. Right here's your like last swing low that was your massive resistance or support that we did not want to see get a closure below, and we did. So maybe there you could possibly look for new shorts, 44,888. I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm just simply saying you might get resistance there. And then that would look more attractive for short side sellers. Did you check Link? I did not check Link, Oz. Not one person has asked me to look at Link. Stinky Linky. Jordan is in the house? Oh, there he is. Sweet. Oh, that's why that dude said, "What's up, Jordan?" Okay. Apologies. Apologies, everybody. Here's the swing high down to the swing low. You tested the 50 spot on that retracement, and I told you to look for more extended selling happening there. You got that. All right, you got that. So that's probably played out because you are trying to find support. I don't know why you're trying to find support right there. Yeah, it's probably on a smaller time frame chart. We could find out. However, it's finding support 23.33. That is your daily Heath level. You get a daily closure below that, you're going to be testing your last support, which was the closure of that bearish candle down there. That's the one you don't want to miss. You did get a higher high. So when you took out this resistance level on a daily closing basis, you did smack that higher high. This may be a higher low starting to form, but like I said a million times tonight, we have to wait to see if that's what it is. Because in the bigger scheme of things, this is just another lower high. But in the short term scheme of things, it is a higher high, right? So different people are going to look at it differently. So what you could do is possibly something like this. Wham, bam. So wait for price to trade up and then maybe look for a retest of that trend line and see if it holds. That may be a good spot to look for bullish entries. Your main area of resistance will be 37.21 up here, as that is when you lost that. That was one big massive move to the downside. This level was important, so it probably will be again when price trades back up into it. All right, that's also a big long range. If you look at the weekly, here is your weekly candle from swing high to swing low. That's a massive range, and I do see price filling out the majority of it before it starts to make its next move. To get out of bear market territory on this asset, you got to get back above 20% off the low. So right here is about 20% off the highs. So in order for this thing to be trading out of bearish territory, you need to get above 42 bucks. Daily close above 42 bucks would take you out of bear market territory. Longer term, it's been trending straight up. This was a massive move to the downside. Just disgusting. All these things look almost exactly the same, except for the ones that's hit 80% down streaks. That's terrible. 85%. Let me see where I was. Thanks a lot. You are welcome. You are golden, says Alexander. Appreciate the compliments, my friend. How do I recognize when the bounce comes? When you start taking out highs. All right? When you start taking out highs on a daily closing basis. Well, not even closing. Like a 4 hour. Any time frame, anything bigger than a 4 hour. Once you start taking out previous highs, you know you are moving higher. Right? Then you know that the bounce has came. So then you look for areas to find higher low support for your possible bullish entries. That's all I do. So like if this thing holds here, because you do have a 4 hour support right there. All right, you broke down beneath of it, but then you traded right back above it and you're testing it and it's holding. So this would be your support. So just as soon as you get a high, right? Say you trade up and you take out this high, then you know this was your bounce. It'll probably have another hit resistance and then probably trade lower. Then you will look at this bullish candle or this bullish candle, one of those, to look for bullish entries for the trend to continue, right? the near-term trend only, just this stuff, because this is in a downtrend on the daily. Did take out that swing high, so it is starting to repair itself. It looks fantastic. Looks good. I mean, it traded up all the way to this wick low, so that's pretty good. Tested the 50% retracement. We were looking for that area to hold some serious selling, right? This is that. But I am looking for a price to steady try to move higher, because of you've already had such a massive move to the downside. For people to take shorts here, I mean, where's your target? It would be all the way down here. It's just too close to the lows to short it. That's why I shorted Matic, because Matic was trading up to 13% off the highs, right? So there is tons of downside left on Matic. Not so much now, but when I took the short, there was still a lot of downside left. But if you're trying to short an asset that's already off 85, 75, 65% from the highs, you're shorting an overextended move to the downside. Heath, you are incredibly patient with questions from people that have not taken any time to learn about markets, blockchain, or cryptocurrency. I am a very patient man, Brett. I learned to be patient in my learning how to become a trader. Absolutely. I'm here to help, and I try to help everybody. My best to do so. Thanks, Jordan, for showing up. Jordan's in the house. Mehmet just rejoined the retail level. Thank you for that, my friend. Also calls me to... Okay, here we go. Hey, Heath, what's up? Help me here, please. I got scared on Thursday and changed everything to USDC. You think I'll have to do DO window tomorrow? A little DIO window tomorrow to rebuy and get a better position? That's from Javier. That's basically financial advice, and I can't give it, but I'll tell you what I would do. All right, if I put all my money back into a stable coin and I was looking for bullish entries on Bitcoin, I would want to see a higher high. Not to buy the higher high, just simply for price to show me that it has done a near-term trend change. On the daily, has to be the daily, because the daily is so important. So basically, if you get a daily close or wick, even a wick is still a high. So a wick above 42,675, then you can look for a higher low support to be formed. At that point, then I might take my stable coins and maybe put a little bit more on Bitcoin. So here is a wick to wick low. You took that out yesterday, as well as this support. If you take your stable coins out and buy now, yes, you are buying cheap Bitcoin, but you are buying a falling knife. You have shown no repair whatsoever. In fact, you've been showed the exact opposite. A daily close below support is terrible. And the fact that you took out this trend line, so people were looking at that as a bull flag or a bear flag, something like that. You just took it out to the downside. Today's a bounce. You're testing that trend line today, right? This can fail. This can still head lower. I don't want it to, right? But it can. And that's the risk that's always on the table when trading financial markets. Nobody knows what price is going to do. We can only look for subtle differences in the trend. That way we know that, hey, at least a little bit of repair is happening. So now the safe is a little bit clearer for me to look for bullish entries. But trust me, the higher it gets, the more selling pressure you're going to run into, because people want to crush this thing for whatever reason. Bears love to short Bitcoin. And I didn't know why. Well, I know why. It provides fantastic opportunities. When you can move $1,000, $2,000 inside of a daily range, there is massive opportunity there. Boom, boom, boom. Jordan in the room. That's gotcha. Can you look on total crypto market cap and see where we go based on current trend? I just look at charts. I don't look at stuff like that, my friend. I am specifically a price action analyst. I only analyze charts, candlesticks. I don't care about what all that stuff does, what all that stuff says. The charts tell me everything I need to know. Everything. You are heading lower. The trend is to the downside. Right? On basically every crypto asset except for Matic. And except for Cardano. Cardano had a 12% day. Like, it's the one showing repair. Well, technically it didn't take out that high. Matic is, but Matic is such a thinly traded asset. You could get a massive bounce like that just almost out of spite, it seems. So just be careful. Trends are down on most every asset in the crypto sphere. Thanks for the live stream, brother. New sub. Welcome, K4 Liberty. Appreciate the sub. Brett Armstrong, hey, have you ever watched CTM Daily? Yep, Jordan's live stream daily. He's definitely going to be able to help. Scared out of your Bitcoin position. Yeah, Jordan and I am still holding. We're both still long. I'm looking at near-term price, and I am saying it looks terrible. You know what I'm saying? But he sees it as beautiful. So he's the heads of a quarter. I'm the tails of the quarter. We give you two different sides. That way you guys can make your own decisions. You are welcome, Oz. Will you save the live because I am from India and it's for absolutely every stream I do goes up on YouTube, my friend. Absolutely. You will be able to watch the replay. If you had some dollars for reals, can you tell? I can't exactly see what you're saying there. Oh, USD BRL. If you had to sell some dollars for reals, got you. Can you tell by the chart if it's best to do so in the next few days or wait a few weeks? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's Forex. When you go in to do your exchange rate will be based on what this thing's doing. BRL. Let's look at it. Brazilian real. And you're looking to get into dollars. So this is the USD chart against the real, and it's been heading lower. So the price of the real has been going up. Okay, whenever you see a currency asset like this, USD, the first one is the base currency. The second one is the quote currency. The base currency, which in this case is dollar, trading against the Brazilian real, is heading lower. So that means the Brazilian real asset is inflating. The price is going higher. So that's how you would basically make the decision on whether or not you wanted to exchange some reals for dollars or vice versa. But it sounds to me like you're trying to exchange dollars for reals. You are doing it at highs. I can tell you that. Not all-time highs, because the real is trading at $5.33. But just think of it this way, this chart would be inverted if just looking at the Brazilian real. So wait for a pullback. Wait for it to get cheaper. Or I guess maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I've never had to transfer currency from one nation to another. I only trade FX. Yeah, that's like a question to probably ask your tax guy. The US dollar is weak right now, so it's going lower. HRY. Checked helium, please. I don't know the ticker symbol for helium. I do not trade. That's the one market I do not trade. Is the futes. Commodities. Medium. Well, gold and silver I'll buy calls and puts on. I guess it would be helium USD. No, that's on FTX. I need a ticker. Is that, or is this the ticker? Are you talking about the cryptocurrency? Let's just assume you're talking about the crypto. Helium USD. I know. You took out that, man. Look at this. This chart looks better than any other cryptocurrency in the world right now. That was your daily resistance. Well, you did get a slight close above that, so there you go. Right there. You just took that out 3 days ago. What in the hell is going on with this thing? Look at that. That's fantastic. It's a new asset. It's trading up on highs. This is a pullback. You're at exhaustion risk. You want to see support hold here at 1393. You lose that area, you would be looking for this bearish candle's opening price at 1209. If you get a daily closure below 1394, it looks fantastic. Here's your moving averages. You're trading above the daily 21 EMA. You're losing your bullish slope, so that means you are losing bullish momentum. Here is your RSI printing massive bearish divergence from all the way over here. So that's a higher high, lower high in price. Massive bearish divergence. I can't believe that it hasn't been absolutely annihilated like the rest of all of crypto, but it's came back, put in a new high. So yeah, it looks like the bullish momentum is running out of steam, so just take a small position if you're looking for entries on it, right? Because this could just been a stop run as well before they head lower. But it looks better than any other crypto asset, that's for sure. Can you do a challenge of $50 to $1,000? I did do a small challenge, but it basically got thwarted because I started an account with $300 and I was trying to double it in 38 days because the math worked out that it could be done. And I basically got lucky on a Japanese yen trade and doubled the account in essentially like 2 weeks. So I just gave it up. There's no point in trying to do those challenges as it doesn't prove anything. What does it help you if I'm able to double a $50 account over and over and over again? It helps you to the sum of zero, right? Helps you none if I can do that. There's plenty of recorded trades on the channel. If proof is what you want, if I can legitimately do what I'm talking about, just watch the videos. I got video after video after video in correct time sequence as well. Like Monday, I took this trade. Then Tuesday, I took this trade, blah, 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 so on and so forth. They're in trade recaps, that playlist. But yeah, me trying to do something like that, it helps no one. I know a lot of people do it, but they do that stuff for clickbait. And I don't want to be a clickbait guy. If my channel is going to grow, I want it to grow on sheer because of people want to be here, not because I'm doing clickbaity stuff. Because that's how you lose subscribers quick. Once they realize you ain't who you say you are, they bounce. And welcome to Retail Nominal Egg. Welcome. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that was Helium. No Curse Left said we love you. I love you too, my friend. Appreciate your answer. You're welcome. Good job. Cold Spot. Hi, sir. Can you take a look at Data BTC and Data USDT? Absolutely. And then we'll probably start wrapping it up. Evis, I've been on a long time, but I'm doing it because I couldn't go live yesterday. So let's go look at Data BTC, and then we'll wrap this up. On Binance, the only place in the world where you can trade this thing. It's in a straight up downtrend. Has been its whole entire life. It came in, tested your quarterly demand zone. So far, you're getting a bounce from that. Let's go see how that translates to on the monthly. Yeah, same thing. You traded up into a monthly supply zone and you failed. You're back down to demand. This thing is terrible. These wicks wick down. Like, it's hard to get a beat on something like this. For whatever reason, every pop you get in price gets sold into. You are making higher or lower highs and lower lows. You took this swing low out with this swing low. So before you look for entries, you got to see if you start getting higher highs and higher lows. And then just keep this in mind. Every time it's gotten over 360 Satoshis, it's been annihilated. Every single time since it got there. So it's not something that I would want to be buying, unfortunately. Maybe you know something about this company than more than I do. From the chart, it's terrible. And then Data USDT. On Binance. This one doesn't look as bad as the Bitcoin, but it still looks terrible. Anytime you have a candle that takes out 85% of the asset's value, you have to ask yourself why, right? Why? I mean, I know why. It's because everything did this in the crypto sphere. So if it's going to be something good, then you would definitely want to see it start to turn around here at 8 cents, right? You'd put in, here was your capitulation move to the downside. It wasn't a capitulation move because you traded so close to the low. It was just a range expansion move to the downside. You put in a new support level, all right? You traded up into your daily resistance right there. So basically you're trading inside of this range. You need to break out one way or the other. If you do get a breakout here, you will have started a beginnings of a bull market. I can't really put this trend line in yet, as this candle can get smited anytime or tomorrow. But there's what you got going on. Something like that. I would definitely wait for a breakout, but I wouldn't buy the breakout. Wait for higher low support. All right. All right. Can you please look at the 50-day Bitcoin? The 50-day EMA on Bitcoin? If that's what you're talking about, sure. I mean, it's way up here. I expect a bounce from down here, guys. I don't like the fact that it's taking out this triangle on a daily closing basis as well as support. So if Bitcoin's going to do something, I want to see it soon, within the next day or two. Otherwise, people are going to short this. This is going to look like trend continuation to them and a failed of a bear flag. Or not a failure, but a continuation of a bear flag or a bear pennant. Your 50 EMA is way up here. I mean, it's irrelevant at this point in time. Irrelevant. So I can't. I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted. I just don't understand what you're asking. Please keep making these streams, awesome stuff. You are the man, sir. Thank you. I try to do at least 4 streams a week. One on Saturday for the Crypto Weekly Outlook, one on Sunday at Market Open for the Forex Weekly Outlook, and then I do 2 pre-New York session streams that I look at the Forex markets before the New York Open, looking for possible day trades for those days. Those streams are usually on Tuesdays, early, bright and early, 5:30 a.m. New York Standard Time, and Tuesdays and Thursdays I do those 2 streams. So I try to put out 4 live streams a week, but I have terrible internet, so sometimes I don't get to. I do not have a TA crash course. You can check out that playlist called Beginner Trader Start here on my channel. That will help you with basically a lot of the stuff I was looking at. And just stick around, Sid Hearth. Just stick around. Over time, you will learn. Alright guys, I gotta wrap it up there. Yeah, for anybody that's new, that's trying to learn technical analysis, there is a playlist on my channel, and it is called Beginner Trader Start Here. Beginner Trader Start Here. I have to absolutely always, when I do these live streams, I have to thank my channel members and Patreons, as I'm doing this completely wrong because it won't stop doing it. Stop playing, my friend. You're supposed to be helping me, not making it impossible for me to do this. What's going on? Something's going on crazy. Alright, see if I can drag it. There it goes. Alright, so to my Patreons, and thank you so much, guys. We do live streams for the $5 members every Sunday morning. We had a pretty good one this morning. So the internet was very good to me today. It allowed me to do 2 live streams. This morning it was terrible. It was very laggy and glitchy, but I'm working on it. I am working on it. Thank you so much, Patreons, channel members. You guys rock. It's the support from people like you that keep me making these videos. So thank you so much for that. For the rest of you, make sure you trade safe, trade smart, and happy trading, everybody. I will see you on Tuesday morning, bright and early. See you then, guys.